Hello all. In my previous video, I have discussed with respect to some of the observations which I have seen with respect to the shortcomings of the existing solutions for development of the SDV applications. In this video, I will be discussing about one of the solution which I feel is maybe can do the job in a simpler way. I'm not so this is my understanding. If you guys have any comments with respect to that, please do comment below so that even I can also learn from your points. So getting into the topic, so in my previous video I have discussed about the three existing solutions which are available for simulation of a car, so that the SDV applications can be built on. If at all you guys have not seen the video, I'm adding my previous video in the description of this video so that you can have a look at it and you can get the context of this video. So before getting into this topic specifically for SDV, let us take a step back and let us see what are the how traditionally automotive companies or the tier ones or tier twos, how do they simulate some of the scenarios and how do they test their functionality. So this canoic the vector tools whatever which are generally available, so we create capable scripts, we create some kind of dashboards showing the engine speed, turning on engine, turning off the engine, and many parameters which are basically, so this is the what you are seeing over here is basically the dashboard, and these dashboards are connected with the CAN messages in the background, and based on the operations which we do on this dashboard, a specific test case can be triggered in the code which we write, which can be evaluated in the actual hardware. So I am also going in this approach which is kind of what to say, simpler to use, and gets the job done with less of a hassle or less of an installations. So the solution which I am actually looking at is basically by using the Kuxa broker and the Covisa standard, Covisa signal standards. And what I'm actually I'm doing right now is I have created a browser based dashboard. In the browser based dashboard, what I have actually done is I have created few components in this dashboard. By creating these components in the dashboard, I can interact with this, like I can increase the vehicle speed, I can decrease the vehicle speed, I can lock or unlock the car, I can activate or deactivate the driving, sorry, I mean like I can generate a driver attention monitoring system, or I can generate a warning, or I can disable a warning, and I can do many such stuff. So these signals can be used actually as an input for the application whichever the user is trying to develop. It could be a AI based solution, or it could be maybe the seat adjustment solution, or it could be the passenger welcome solution which has been showcased in digital auto playground examples. And another good thing would be that if at all someone wants a specific signal, maybe locking or unlocking the trunk, so people can add their own component in the existing code base and they can extend it so that it is way more extendable. So let me get into the advantages of this particular approach. So the first advantage would be that it will be graphical, so it will be easy to use, so that will not be any problem for anyone to do that. Second thing is it is browser based, so you specifically need not do any kind of an installations. That would actually help a lot of developers who don't come from automotive background, or maybe they don't want to install a lot of stuff to get some small things done. The third one would be that if at all someone wants to add a new functionality, as I have explained earlier, that is with respect to creating a seat icon over here, I mean like creating a seat icon somewhere over here and moving the seat icon up and down. Yeah, well, that could be for seat adjustmenting, so that can also be done. People can add their own functionality. And the fourth one is, as it is browser based, if at all anyone wants to integrate into their own existing projects or existing, maybe like if Velocitas team Velocitas feel that if at all this can actually add any value, then adding this particular extension into their existing dev container will not be much of a hassle. That will be a straightforward thing. So so this is my version 0.1, where I have added three parameters. So the vehicle speed, which I basically give as an input from the slider, which you can see over here. The second one is the door lock, the driver door lock and unlock. So when it is locked, it is in green, and when it is in not locked, it will say that it is unlocked, and it will be coming as red. And there is this driver monitoring system where I just wrote a small AI code in the backend to check whether the whether the driver is actually attentive. So in my case, if at all I'm not looking into the camera, then it will say that there is no warning, everything is fine, it will be in green color. And if at all I don't look, then it will say that this guy is not looking into the camera, or maybe he is not attentive, and I will turn it into red. So this is the actual live feed which I am taking into this browser, so that while I am doing any testing, then this will be in real time. So that will be great. And you can see the video over here. The video over here, what I'm doing is I'm basically mimicking that I'm actually driving a car and I'm sitting in this car, because of which what is happening is, if at all I want to have any kind of obstacle avoidance, or maybe if at all I want to see whether there are any obstructions and at what distance, then I can take this video frame and I can kind of, anyone, they can add another component over here, maybe maybe obstructions or whatever it is, and they can see whether there is any obstruction or not in real time. So if at all you want to specifically develop a test case, whether if at all the lane keeping is not going on well, and if there is any deviation from the lane, and if at all that is an input for you to develop one such test case in maybe SDV scenario, then what you can basically do is you can have that particular video placed in a specific target location, and you run this particular browser where that particular video will be running in loops. So you can basically do your testing, and that would be really helpful for you to develop your SDV applications interactively and in real time. Yeah, definitely this is not this is not of the automotive grade, but I'm trying to use as many Eclipse standards as possible. I'm like Eclipse, I won't say guidelines, but whatever the standards, whichever it is being followed, that is with respect to the Kuxa broker, or with respect to the COISA standards, or with respect to the gRPC communications and all of this. So let me give you a short demo so that you can basically understand how this thing is going on. So so this is the actual video. So let me show you my VS Code. Let me just place it over here so that you guys can see the screen. Let me put it always on top. Okay, fine. So what I'm doing over here is, you can see that this is basically the Kuxa broker, which is running at the port, and what you see over here is, this is basically the subscriber code which is subscribing to the Kuxa signals. So if at all you see over here, this is the React.js code which I have written. So I am not really good at React. In a scale of 10, 10 being the best, my React skills or my JavaScript skills are maybe 1 or 2. So it's not a so yeah, you can see that the browser is kind of messed up. I could have done a better job, but given the skill and given the time which I have, this is what I could pull off in a short period of time. So this is the Python backend for this particular front end. So you can see that so what is actually happening over here is that let me show you the screen. Let me show you this. Okay, so what happens is when I move this particular what to say, the slider, the vehicle speed changes. The vehicle speed is basically is this particular browser vehicle speed, this particular slider is connected to the average vehicle speed parameter of the Covisa signal. So that particular value is updated, which is sent to the Coxa broker, which is then there's a dummy subscriber which I wrote, which basically subscribes to this particular vehicle speed. So if you so this is very similar to it is almost similar to what Velocitas is doing, but in Velocitas you really cannot play around graphically. That is what I am doing over here. And in the same time, even this particular driver, this one, the driver door, the front door, the locking or unlocking, whether it is locked or unlocked. So this particular signal from Covisa is also mapped to this particular button which I have added over there. Similarly, the driver monitoring, the driver monitoring thing is also mapped to a background code, which is basically taking the image. Yeah, which is basically taking this image as an input for its own use. Let me just minimize it. Yeah, so as you can see, this is happening in real time. So if at all I close the camera, then you can see that the driver monitoring system says that okay fine, the driver is not attentive because there is no driver at all. Or say I'm the driver, I'm looking into the screen, fine, you can see that it is green. The code is not so accurate, but it is just for an example for you guys so that I can explain. If at all I go out of the frame, which is this, you can see that the driver monitoring system says that the driver is not there. Okay, so all of these particular values are basically being published over here. So whether the driver monitoring system, which is over here, is there a warning? So yes, there is a warning because the driver is not attentive. Now if at all the driver is back into his seat, you can see that the driver monitoring system says that it is true. It is false because the driver is attentive, so there is no warning. Okay, now if at all I want to change the vehicle speed, so this is the vehicle speed which I am kind of sending. So this vehicle speed is say some 1207, which is the current vehicle speed which I have set. So the idea is that the vehicle is constantly running at a speed of 207 kilometers per hour. Now this particular door, the driver door, I'm locking and I'm locking and I'm unlocking it. So the driver door is locked, which is false. Driver door is not locked, it is unlocked. Now if at all I click on lock, it says that the driver door is locked. Okay, now this particular video feed which I'm running in a loop over here, I'm not using it anywhere, but going forward maybe I will come up with some test cases where I can take the frames of this. So I'll just give you a background on how I'm doing it. So you can see that the frame, which is this one, is being updated in every 1 second. This is what I'm processing for my driver monitoring system. And I have, so this is the Covisa signals for this particular release. I think it is 0.0 release, I don't remember. So I have mapped each of that particular signals, whichever you have seen, with respect to this particular JSON file. So if at all you see the parameters which I am subscribing, so the first parameter which I am subscribing is vehicle.average speed. The second parameter which I am subscribing is vehicle.adas.dms.ease warning. That is what I should whether I am looking into the camera or not, whether the driver is attentive or not. The third one is vehicle's cabin door, which is row 1. So the driver side, is it locked or unlocked? So this particular door, this is what it is. Okay, so by doing so, by following something like this, basically what happens is now you can really visualize what you are doing, and you can really assess that whatever solution which you are building is having the the initial conditions exactly how you wanted to, because now you can actually really visualize. So the code is not yet, what to say, I need to clean the code. It is quite crappy right now, so let me clean the code and let me maybe give out the version 0.1 of the code. If if any one of you are really interested in maybe taking this idea and doing a better job, because React is not my area of expertise, then that would be really great. Because you, and if at all you feel that the solution is really good, then the community can benefit a lot, because this is one bottleneck which I've felt that which is out there, which has to be kind of that there should be a proper solution available. Then things of a lot of developers, maybe, yeah, it will be really helpful for them. So yeah, so once the videos are once the code is stable, what I will do is I will add the link to the particular what to say, the link to the particular Git repository in this video description. Please do have a look and try out, and let me know if you guys have any problems. And thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Have a great day. Bye.